Hello and welcome to the email edit with Quincy. In this series, I take emails that have landed in my inbox and I try and improve the design. Disclaimer, design is subjective. These are just my suggestions based on my own personal style and experience. I've also created a couple of rules for this series, which are I must use emails I like, must keep as much of the current content as possible. I have only 30 minutes to redesign. And then the goals overall are, just to highlight email design principles, allow for better UX, and to highlight design changes that could improve revenue. So today on the email edit, we have been through Clean, we've been through Planted, and we're looking at Beauty Bay. In general, I love Beauty Bay emails. I look forward to opening these, which is something that maybe only email marketers can say. But this one and a couple of others stood out to me as having some room for improvement. So the first thing is the view online button, which I've mentioned before that I don't like. I just think it's unnecessary in this day and age. If they clicked view online and they were on their phone, it would have to open up a Safari tab or something. So I don't think it's needed. I also didn't love that they didn't use the full name of the brand. Obviously, the bee is iconic. People will know who it is, but I would prefer the full name on it. So just for reference, this is the email I received and this is my edit. Also, these kind of categories at the top, statistically, people don't click on these links above the main content. People love to put them in. It's not a website. It doesn't need a nav bar. If people want to go look for these things, they will click anywhere on the email, get onto the website and find them themselves. The less buttons, the better, I think. You really want to send people to one place, maximum two, if you're sending them an email. You don't want them to have too many options. So first thing I did obviously was replaced the logo and I took out the nav and the view online. That's all the same. I thought this was fine. I kind of split up the text a little bit. Not necessary, really. I just like to have a CTA kind of separated a bit. There was so much padding on this. I was unsure why or if it was an accident, especially when I was on my phone. I had to really scroll. I also thought go, go, go was kind of a weak CTA. As much as it's shop now is boring, I think it can be a lot more successful. Go, 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 you don't really know what to do exactly. You really need to spell it out. Then we have our show us your hauls banner, a weird amount of padding here again in white space. And then, more icons, B is for the obsessed, this huge logo section, and then a small footer section. So what I did was I kept the Beauty Hall banner and all the social icons because obviously it's really important for Beauty Bay, their social presence. I got rid of the white space in between. And then instead of using this whole B for the obsessed section, I picked out what was most important from these icons. And what I think was most important was to download their app. So what I did was take that information and I made a new section, which I'm not technically supposed to do in this email edit, but I'm repurposing. I thought this was more important call to action to download their app. So that's what I have put in here. And instead I've moved the Pay Klarna and the PayPal and those icons down to the very bottom here. Again, when people go on the website, they're going to know that stuff. Realistically, having that in an email isn't going to make people decide to buy, but I would like to put them in, so I'll put them down at the bottom. I also just changed the footer to be white, so there's a little bit more contrast. We know it's the end of the email. We know this is the footer. I also highlighted the unsubscribe here button, so it's easier to read. I feel like on this one, you would miss it, which might be nice, but it also might result in some angry emails or a weak list. So better make it obvious. Small changes again, I think they make a big difference and just make the email a lot cleaner and look better on mobile. See you back here for the next email edit.